When you're shampooing your extensions, you want the water to be as cold as you possibly can stand it. Lukewarm at best, but definitely not hot. If you use hot water on your extensions, especially on a lower quality like mine, they become very brittle, they'll frizz up, cause a lot of breakage at the ends, and it'll loosen the bond at the scalp. Just like you're shampooing your regular hair, the hair needs to be completely wet. Now with these, you'll want to take your hands and kind of separate them because there's so much hair. You want to make sure everything is wet, and then you'll apply the shampoo. I would recommend to use this shampoo no more than twice a month. It's a silicone-based shampoo. I use it for a lot of wigs. What it does is coat the hair with silicone. It makes the hair look really shiny, pretty, beautiful, soft. However, over time, this can create buildup, which will weigh the hair down and create breakage. So you don't want to overuse this, but if your extensions are super frizzy, again, if they're low quality like mine, this is the best shampoo to control that. You don't need to go out and buy $40, $50 shampoo. This I think is $15 on Amazon, and you get the treatment with that. But if you have a wig store, I would just get it in person. It's about $4. When you're shampooing, you're focusing on the top area. Scrubbing your scalp using your fingertips, not your fingernails. You don't want to scratch your scalp, and you're just shampooing it kind of how you shampoo your hair. The only difference is you really want to get the bonds clean. The best way to do that is to take the peace sign sideways, little crab claws, and go like this. Oh, scissors. It's scissors. You're getting the top and the bottom of the bond. This is going to take some time because you want to go through and do every single piece of hair that way. If you've got somewhere to go, you need to do this the day before. I focus just on the top of my hair with shampoo to get all the oils out, and I'll lightly pat the shampoo through the ends. Our extensions are not producing oil like our hair that's growing from the scalp, so they tend to get dry really quickly. If you shampoo them a lot, really get in there and scrub, they're gonna become brittle, break, dry, frizzy. And if you're in a hurry and you just want to do the top, take a horseshoe section like this, clip all this back in a ponytail, and in the sink, just shampoo the top. That will give you a nice refreshed look without having to go through all of the steps. Now, when you're in the shower, these things get heavy. They are wet, they're heavy. So the best thing to do is to roll these things on your shoulder. Instead of having it back like this, where it's just dead weight hanging, let your body take some of that weight off. Use your shoulder, rest it on here. Just like if you put extensions in the ponytail, it's causing tension on the scalp. Tension causes breakage or loosening of the bond. After you've shampooed, you're going to rinse it out, and you're going to rinse it out really, really well. After you've rinsed it, you want to squeeze these out, get all the excess moisture out, and you're gonna apply the conditioner. It's up to you what products you want to use. Again, no more than twice a month. I would recommend this brand. This is their hair treatment. The negative thing about this company, their products, they smell really bad. They have a lot of perfumes in it, and maybe it's not bad, it's just very floral-like. This is a silicone-based conditioning treatment, and I use a lot of this product because, again, my extensions are low quality. They are not great. They get very frizzy, very unmanageable, so I soak this stuff in here to kind of tame them down. I also put this on the ends of my real hair, just focusing on the damaged parts. So this is what I use twice a month. In the in-between times, I alternate shampoos a lot. Just make sure they're paraben-free, sulfate-free if possible, but they definitely don't need to be a $50, $60 shampoo conditioner. Honestly, that's a little crazy. There's a lot of drugstore shampoos that are great. That treatment stays on for 2 minutes. I usually leave it on for 5 to 10. I'll shave my legs, do all that stuff in the shower. Then you rinse it out. Rinse it out really, really well. Pulling the hair, getting the water in, top, bottom. Reminder that the water stays cold to lukewarm, but not hot. Once they're rinsed, you're going to squeeze out the water. Then you want to take a towel and squeeze your hair with a towel. You don't want to go like this with a towel, because that is going to create frizz and damage on your hair. You're squeezing it. Extensions hold a lot of water, an unbelievable amount of water. It takes forever to get these things dry. What I normally do is take a towel, not a full-size towel, even this one, maybe a little big. Your hair goes here. You are folding it into a hot dog long ways. Then you are doing one of these. What would you call this? I don't know. Wringing the towel. Then you're gonna make a cinnamon roll. The end of your cinnamon roll will go through the middle of the cinnamon roll, and you can wear that in a bun. This does cause a little bit of stress, tension, pulling on the hair. So if yours are loose or you have really fine hair, I would skip this step. Once you have a lot of the moisture out and it's combed through, you want to put some sort of heat protectant spray, serum. I like to use Super Skinny because it does a lot of different things and it has a heat protectant built into it, added into it. Again, this does not have to be a super expensive product. Actually, I just picked up one the other day, not your mother's, and it works great. You do not have to blow dry all of your head, but you do need to blow dry at least the roots or the bonds. Take the blow dryer and blow dry on the bonds. If you have microlinks, fusions, whatever you've got, that bond needs to be dry. The reasoning for that is you want to seal the hair up. You want to seal that bond. You never want it to be wet, oily, extremely hot. That causes the bond to become weak. It'll get like gummy and slimy. You want to dry that up. Also, another reasoning that is gross is bacteria and mold. Yeast tends to develop. You've got so much hair compacted on here, and if it's staying in a wet environment, it's going to eventually grow bold. Yeah, it'll be bold. Mold, bacteria, yeast infections, dandruff, a lot of things can produce if you keep these wet. So definitely go through, dry the roots. If you want to let the bottom air dry, you can. And this works best if you have a concentrator, the attachment to the blow dryer. I have no idea where mine's at, but if you have the attachment, that helps direct the airflow where you want it to go. For me, I just take a wet brush. This is not even a wet brush. This is from Temu. Take the bottom, the blow dryer, not here. You're not trying to burn these things off or damage them even more. The blow dryer needs to be a little bit away, moving it down. They do make brushes, hook and loop brushes for extensions. Those work well, but I find this wet brush dupe or even the wet brush works fine. You can also round brush these if yours are super frizzy. Blow dryer here, round brush, going down, cranking it with your wrist. You can use a boar bristle one or a synthetic one like this. For me, I don't spend a whole lot of time on the blow drying portion. I just get it as smooth as I can and then wrap it in one of these rods. What are these called? I've tested a bunch of knockoffs of these and none of them work like the real brand. It's called, I have no idea, KITSCH or something. I think they're around $15. You just wrap it in here and sleep in it. I believe the directions say to do this on slightly damp hair. I actually wrap it in completely dry hair, and this is what it looks like after you sleep in it. Some of the curls need refining, which I haven't done yet. The bangs are a little weird, but it beats sitting there with a curling iron, curling it, taking hours, or if you have a Dyson, I don't have that, air wrap. I will not be spending $500 on a hoop-de-hoop to curl my hair. This works well, but definitely would recommend the actual brand of this, and then a silk bonnet over that. This Aladdin looking thing is the one that I use. It's nice for the fact that it's real silk, or that's what they say, who knows. But I wouldn't recommend it because it does slip and slope off your head. I like the ones that tie so you can tighten it, but some sort of bonnet will help keep these smooth while you're sleeping.